Okay, so we're going to start off with some ingredients, and in addition to the salmon, we're also going to have some delicious honey glazed garlic carrots. Can it get any better than that? So here we go. We're going to start off with some of our ingredients here. First of all, we need carrots, of course, and you always want to get the nice, fresh, just pulled them out of the garden style. That's organic. That is so healthy for you. We've peeled them up here, but you want to eat those carrots right when they're nice and fresh. Okay. Okay, carrot honey. Because that has the energy, that carrot has the energy in it when it's still got the root and everything working for you. Okay. Let's go on here with our ingredients for the salmon. That's a delicious carrot, real good. With the salmon, we're going to have some lemon on there.
Some lemon or lemon?
That's a very crunchy carrot. The salmon, lemon, Parmesan, of course, cheese. Mayo on the salmon, delicious. Some dill, some avocado oil, some salt, and some garlic. That's going to start us off on the salmon. Now, on the carrots, we want carrots and salt and garlic and pepper and some, what's this again?
Parsley.
Parsley.
Curly parsley.
And some butter and some honey. And this comes from some client of ours. And those clients are Stu and Denise. Thank you so much for the honey. We're going to be really loving that today. All right. Now, could you grab me a knife to whack a couple of carrots here? Ooh, the big ones. You got the big knife. So you want to chop them up in smaller amounts. So about that size right there. You get a couple of those. Toss them on in there. And you want to cut them a little bit sideways, just like that. And whoops, the knife might need to be sharpened a little bit. Sometimes you can do two at once to be a little more efficient. All right, so there we go. We got the carrots ready. So we're warming up the butter. We're gonna get that melted in there. And then we're gonna add, when do the carrots go next?
The garlic.
Then we're gonna add the garlic. That's why it's sitting right here. How we coming with the butter?
It is almost done.
All right, very good. Garlic.
And equivalent of 4 cloves of garlic.
4 cloves equivalency. That's a clove. Let's give that a try. No. Okay, we put some of that in there. Now that's going.
And then we need to get the honey in.
Get the honey. Yes, honey.
Do you have the tablespoon?
Tablespoon right here. We have that ready. Here you go, honey. Open that up. Nicely sealed, very fresh. And very nice job. Stu and Denise, good job sealing that up like that. We know it's got no COVID in there, so we're good. Okay, we're gonna put that honey in there.
2 tablespoons of honey.
2 tablespoons, she's putting that in there now. Is that 2? That looks like 1.
That was 1.
Okay.
A little bit of patience.
And some patience, that's not easy for me.
Oh yeah, we've had that conversation.
We've had that conversation. That's sweet, honey. All right. Now let's get up. Oh man. Oh, that garlic and butter smells good. Okay. I think that's pretty good right there. I think we have it all whisked up. Now what's the next step here?
Well, we need to let it cook a little bit.
We're gonna let it cook. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put the carrots in there. Do I just dump the whole?
Mm-hmm.
I want to dump the whole thing in first. This is getting big time right here. Next, we're gonna kind of mix these in there a little bit. We're using some very cool utensils here. Grabbers. What are these actually called?
You can add your salt and pepper now.
Now we're gonna add a little bit of salt. So just a little bit on there. That looks pretty good. Carl does like his salt probably more than he should, but there you go. And now we're gonna put a little pepper on there. 1/4 of a teaspoon. So that's just a little dash, quarter of a teaspoon, just a little bit more. Into the oven we go. Here we go. Okay.
You put it right in the middle there.
Right in the middle there. Very good.
All right.
And now what we're gonna do, we are going to bring that pan right here. And this is where the olive oil comes into play. I'll put that right in there, right in there. Because we want to coat that with olive oil. And now we're gonna put this right in here. So let's lay that in here.
Sorry.
That's okay. Well, here we are. Just getting some cheese ready for us over there. If you can, you want to try to keep this about the same thickness so everything cooks at about the same amount of time. However, for me, I usually like mine just slightly a little more done, so that's okay. If some is a little thinner, it gets done a little faster. I'm trying to make this just to fit these all in here. I think it's gonna happen perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and get this mayo out of here. And this is probably my favorite part of the dish right here. So we got the mayo. I love that. Just put that in there. I'm not sure that goes next, but I'll feed it. Scoop that right up. Put that in there.
And here's our garlic.
And there's our garlic. Boom. That is going to be delicious. Next thing we need to do is we need to get some lemons on this beautiful salmon. So lemon. So we're going to, what do we got here? We're going to cut that lemon just like that. And now what I want you to see is, what you want to do is salt it. Okay. And then with the lemon, what you want to do is you want to squeeze the lemon upside down, just like this. You don't want to hold it like that, because guess what happens? Seeds fall on your stuff. So look at this. Oh, yeah. All right, we're gonna stir this up. And fresh dill, that's gonna go in there. Oh yes. Woo! We're gonna put a little lemon zest in there.
There you go.
All right, and it happened again. We got a seed in there. Do that. Now, mix that in there. Let's get cooking. Now we're gonna put this on here.
Yes.
And look at that right there. We want to cake that on there, so let's just kind of shake a little. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Well,
Pour it?
no.
What? Just
I would.
Tell me what you're thinking, honey.
This is how I would do it.
I was having fun.
Okay, well, just have fun.
Show me how you would do it. Now, we're going to put that in the, oh, she's fixing
Well,
my,
you just kind of missed some spaces.
so we're going to cover this just like we want to make sure in your retirement your income is covered for the rest of your life. So we're all good. We tuck that into there. Just like, okay, we're ready. Planning, that's what it's all about when it comes to getting prepared to begin cooking. It takes a lot of planning. And it's the very same way when it comes to your finances. And but a lot more. It takes a lot more planning to make a retirement plan that's going to last for the rest of your life, to build up and to be what you need. And we have a process we call Epic 5I. It's the Epic 5I planning process. And if you'd like to come and visit with one of the advisors, that's a 15-minute phone call to talk about how that planning can help you. So just click that, that'll take you right there and you can set that up. But the Epic 5I planning, the E is engaging. because that's your numbers. It's personal, that's the P. And it's interactive, so you can ask questions and see the answers in front of you unfolding and rippling through time on the screen. And it's continuous. Planning needs to be not only done now, but it needs to be kept up for the rest of your life. And it's in 5 areas. They all start with I, and that is you need an income plan, you need an investment plan. We're going to talk a little more about investments coming up. On the insurance plan, you need to make sure now that you've got the appropriate insurance in place, and that needs to be part of your plan. That's the 3rd I, insurance. And then the 4th I is income tax planning. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. And the 5th I is your inheritance plan. So that's the 5 I's, the planning system, the process you go through and continue. Epic 5I is what we call that. So come join us and look at your planning process and bring that up to date now and through time. Click on the schedule now and get a 15-minute phone call schedule. It'll take you to a calendar of one of our advisors to set that up. So I work very hard to make sure when we hire advisors, 95% of the people out there are just salespeople for the most part. The advisors, that's their main role, is to sell. I don't want that for our advisors. I want their main role to be planning and investing. So we have CPAs that are advisors, CFPs that are advisors, and really experienced people in planning and investing, because that's the number one most important thing. And they are also compensated not on different things they might sell. So if they sell this, they get more, sell this, they make less. And not the case with our advisors. That is the case with 95% of the advisors out there today. So we've set up our structure so it's not about sales. It is about planning and investing for you. So click that schedule now and get your 15-minute call set up. We said we would also be talking about what to do with your investments during this coronavirus. Here's what I would say. Oftentimes what you might hear is, just buy and hold. If the market's down, stay with it. Eventually it'll come back up. I don't really like that philosophy. What I like to see is something that's based on education, experience, and evidence. And that could mean that there may be times, and I think there are, right now the market's back up. That may be an opportune time to sell some of your equities, move to cash, and get ready for another drop in the market, which I think is probably coming over the next 3 to 6 months. So, and then when the market drops, reinvest in the equities. So you need to have a plan on how to manage those investments. That's key with this coronavirus crazy stock market. And then that also includes the election coming up. We have a presidential election. Over history, presidential elections are some of the most volatile years in the stock market. And I think we're going to see the same thing this year. So again, you need to get yourself in the right position with your investments now so that when we go through that and it's coming up, you're going to be positioned correctly and even able to take advantage of down markets. Also, your retirement plan needs to be kept intact. And that means your retirement plan for your income, which is of key importance, needs to be built on guarantees. Where do you get that guaranteed lifetime income? You get that in today's market. The best place to get that is through fixed indexed annuities, which are sold by insurance companies. And right now you can get some nice guaranteed predictable income that will last for the rest of your life, and that needs to be built into your plan. So to see if annuities fit in your case, they may not. But check and see, make that call, schedule that call with one of our advisors to find out, is an annuity appropriate for you? during this time period. That's a little bit about annuities. Also tax planning, one of the key things that we do because we feel like that's a critical part of your investments and your entire income plan, your investment plan, your inheritance plan. So most of the time when people go to their advisor and ask for tax planning, the advisor says you need to talk to your CPA. When you go talk to your CPA, most often they say you need to go talk to your advisor. And that can be maddening. You really need an advisor that understands how taxes work with your individual plan. And that's how we have structured our company. This is also why our advisors meet with you quarterly to really stay engaged and make sure all this stuff is done right today, tomorrow, and on into the future. When you get to that tax planning, one key thing is Roth conversions. That's converting an IRA to a Roth IRA, paying some taxes now and then having it tax-free for the rest of your life. Is that appropriate for you? Well, when we build your plan, we're going to figure that out. And if it is appropriate for you, when the market drops is a great time to do a Roth conversion because your IRA all of a sudden is worth a lot less. That means you can convert it or a part of it to a Roth IRA and pay less in taxes. And then when it comes back up, it's all growing tax-free. That's what you want. So you want to figure that out. Is a Roth conversion right for you? Does it fit into your plan? Also, the other thing I was talking about was just making sure all of these things work together. That's the epic 5I. All 5 I's working together is going to make your financial future much more efficient and work better for you, and that's what we want. So look there on your screen, click it, schedule now. That will take you to one of our advisors' calendars. You can set up that 15-minute call, no cost to you. If it works, if it looks like it works for us and it works for you, then we can schedule a next meeting. Also, no cost for you. You'll get your full plan. Our plan is awesome that we print out. It's long. It takes care of everything on one page, all the way to age 100. So click schedule now, get on the calendar, call that advisor, and see if we can help. Now let's go back and see what's cooking. Okay, so here's what we're about to do. We're about to unveil the Parmesan crusted salmon. Oh, it's gonna be good. Let's see it, babe. Okay. Woo-hoo-wee. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. That is delicious. Let's set it right up here. I'll close this up. Okay. Very good. Let's bring those carrots over here. Quickly though, I want to just show you a little something here. When you have lemons, and I like a lot of lemon on mine, so I like them double size. But one of the things you want to do, you want to cut them like this. So cut that end off sideways, because if you do that, look how you can really get the grip on there. Squeeze the heck out of it. So again, that's what you want to cut them down. Ouch, it's a little warm. Sideways, kind of like that. Okay, look at that. Look at the handles on that. Okay, let's put them in there. Okay, look at that. There, that's, okay, one more thing. As we're doing this right here, I think that's yours. To Parmesan salmon and honey glazed garlic carrots. Cheers.
Cheers.